Hello everyone, I'm TG and welcome to Super Earth, your home for democracy. I know it's been a little while guys, but I've been spending a lot of time unlocking all the weapons to bring you guys an awesome in-depth weapon guide that goes over all kinds of different things. That's coming soon, but today what I want to talk to you guys about is just a beginner's guide for all you brand new Helldivers. And the point of this video is not to show endgame meta, but rather to show you guys the fastest and most effective way to spread democracy early on as you traverse through the difficulty levels up to the highest. What I mean by that is this is a build to get you started with things that are not too deep in the Warbond tree, but super effective. So let's dive right in. Now, first and foremost, what I enjoyed most when starting out was using the SG8 Punisher as my primary weapon. This is a great, strong weapon to bridge the gap until you get the breaker. However, I do still use it to this day because it has some benefits that the breaker doesn't have. It's a single shot, single reload weapon, which is both good and bad. Good in the sense that you can always be topping up your ammo and you don't lose any. Bad in the sense that it could take a little bit of time to fully reload it. It has a moderate rate of fire and pretty high recoil, but it does have a nice capacity of 16, and the damage, if I do remember correctly, is the highest in the game at 360 per shot. It does best at both medium and long range, and ironically enough kind of struggles at close range because of the time between the shots. It's also a weapon that benefits from not aiming down the sights because that's going to cause a lot of recoil, and overall it's just easier to aim whenever you're shooting from the hip. It's a great starter shotgun that will eventually get replaced by the breaker and the slugger later on, but until that time, I say it's a great pick to start with. Next is a pistol that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give you one anyway. It's the P19 Redeemer, which is the best sidearm in the game currently, bar none. It's super quick to unlock, being only on the second page of the Warbond, and as soon as you do unlock it, equip it and never take it off. It's got a lightning fast fire rate, moderate recoil, a capacity of 31, and damage rate of 60 per shot. What this all means is it's probably the most reliable gun in the game. It's quick to reload and effective at clearing out crowds, as well as bridging the gap whenever you are in between reloads on the run. Last but certainly not least is your grenade. The G12 high explosive is pretty much the grenade you want to use until you do unlock the impact grenade, and even then, there's going to be some situations where you prefer this thing instead. It's both effective at clearing out groups, destroying bug holes, and penetrating some light armor. It has a fuse time of 3.5 seconds, which means you're not going to be able to panic throw this thing like you can the impact later on, but the damage is a whopping 400. Now lastly, ladies and gents, I just want to touch on the stratagems that I found super useful at the beginning to unlock first. Obviously, the more you play the game, the more stratagems you're going to unlock, and they are all super situational, and they also depend on whether or not you're fighting the Terminids or the automatons. That being said, I found the orbital Gatling barrage, the Eagle strafing run, the anti-material break, and the MG43 machine gun sentry as great options to start with. Until you really start moving up the ranks and you need to prioritize armor penetration, these are great starter options that will do anything that you need them to do. Well, there you have it, Patriots. I hope this video helps all you new Helldivers out there as you battle against both the automaton and Terminid threat. If so, let me know down below, and don't forget to stick around the channel because there's all kinds of guides coming soon, including a detailed breakdown of all the stratagems in the game, as well as a detailed breakdown of all the weapons in the game, talking about things like armor penetration, what enemies they're best against, crunching all kinds of numbers, things like that. I'm TG, and if you like what you saw, you know what to do.